Stop 25 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to the egg-shaped oval known as the Track Toot of the Tame, affectionately referred to or hatingly referred to as a matter of fact. As we are at Darlington Raceway for the running of the Mountain Dew Southern 500, as we are here for 56 laps of action on this mile and a third race-shaped racetrack. Unusual shape and unique characteristics, I might add, with this egg-shaped racetrack. But the speeds here, very, very fast. And here's the starting line for today's running event. On the pole is Seth Cole, car number 98. His pole speed 180 miles an hour. He'll be alongside Levi McIntyre, who won Bristol this season, along with the race at Dover. McIntyre's Bristol win was at nighttime, as a matter of fact. Seth's win this season came at Auto Club Speedway. Second row has Ryan Brommer with a great qualifying run in the Valvoline Ford, car number 6. He'll be alongside car 33, Zach Rogers. 4-time winner of the season so far: Texas, Richmond, Bristol. They raced at Bristol and at New Hampshire. Third row has Charles Sanford, still yet to win a race this season, in DuPont Chevrolet car 24. He'll be alongside car 01, Jesse Turner, who won at Watkins Glen this season. Fourth row has the winner at North Wilkesboro and Indianapolis this season, Jessica Shelton, car 17, the Crown Royal Ford. She'll be alongside car 89, Quentin Moore, the Racing with Jesus Dodge. He won this season at Atlanta. Going to row number 5, we have Keith Batson, car 88, the Quality Care Services Ford Credit Ford Taurus, car 88. He won at Riverside, and he also won a second race, that thrilling finish in the second race at Talladega. Cole Deaver sits alongside of him in car number 3, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. Penske dominates the 6th row. It's Dylan Young in car 2 and Johnny Gardner in car 12. Johnny won the first race this season at Pocono. Dylan Young yet to win a race this season so far. Next row down, row 7 has Benjamin Miles in car 21, the Motorcraft Quick Lane Ford. He'll be alongside Kev Shear, who won at Sonoma this season, the 00 Air Machine Toyota. Next row down is Zachary Fitzwater in car number 9, the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet, and car 18, Matt Haas, the Interstate Batteries Pontiac. Matt was the first winner of the first race at Talladega this season. Next row down is Emmanuel Hartnett in car 20, the Dollar General Toyota, and car 40 is Sky Cummins in the Coors Light Dodge. Next row down is car 14, Tristan Allen in the Office Depot Chevrolet. And beside him will be William Brock in car 4, the Kodak Film Chevrolet. Next row down is car number 8, Rob Evans in the Boazar Chevrolet, and he'll be alongside car 30, the Pennzoil Pontiac of Shane Lake. Next row down is Ryan George, car 15, the Quality Care Ford. He won the second race at Pocono this season, and beside him, Mitchell Collins in car number 11, the FedEx Office Toyota. Next row down has Matthew Logan, who won Charlotte this season in the 600 in the 32 Tide Pontiac, and Michael Whitman in car 48, the Lowe Chevrolet. Next row down is Jackson Haywood in car 7, the Exide Batteries Ford, and number 1, Nathan Orman in the Bass Pro Shops Tracker Boat Chevrolet. Next row down is Kat Batson in car 28, Texaco Haviland Ford, and she'll be alongside Dylan Poteet, car 22, the Caterpillar Pontiac. Next row down has the Daytona 500 champion Mike Becker in the STP Pontiac, car number 43, and the points leader Kyle Matthews in car number 42, the Coors Light Pontiac. He won at Rockingham and Martinsville this season. Next row down is Carson Gum in car 19, the Dodge George Dodge, and car 16, Family Channel Ford of Paul Minnick. Next row down has car number 26, Zach Winkle in the Aero & Tools Ford Fusion, and car 25, going for the Darlington sweep this season, Phil Parker in the UAW Delphi Chevrolet. He won the first race we held here this season. Next row down is Jeremy Diaz in car 71, the Team Realtree Chevrolet, and 3-time winner this season, Joshua Osborne, car 78, the Bass Pro Shops Trucker Boats Toyota. Joshua won both Michigan races, and along with the Pepsi 400 at Daytona. Next row down has car 5, Jay Jefferson in the Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevrolet, and 55, Daniel Bouchard in the Airstream Machine Toyota. Daniel with a great top 10 run in the last race of the Tour at Bristol. And starting shotgun the field will be car number 31 is James Henry in the Senior Wireless Chevrolet. Here comes command to fire them up here at Darlington.
3, 2, 1. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Field of 41 rolling off here today as the in-car cameras today will be carried by Kyle Matthews, Charles Samper, and Jessica Shelton. Those three will be carrying our in-car cameras in today's event, as some of the cars haven't taken time getting off on the pit road. So 24 races are in the books on the season here, and this is the 25th stop in the season at Darlington. So that means this season is rounding the far turn and heading for home as we're down to the race to the championship, the final 10 races of the season. As the field comes on the racetrack here. At least the good news is we got two of the big wild cards out of the way. As we got all four plate races done, along with the night race at Bristol, but we still got a couple of tracks that could be tough on these cars. And don't forget the possible Homestead curse that is so infamous and somewhat legendary in this series. And by that I mean a lot of times in the series, the driver who enters Homestead with the points lead has failed to come out the champion. Although the last few seasons we've had champions at Homestead that came into the race the points leader. Field comes off turn number 4 on the front stretch as they look for a green flag. All Ford front rows, Seth Cullen, Levi McIntyre. And we are racing at Darlington. Ryan Brommer goes into second position. Levi McIntyre and Charles Samper going at it for third position as they come off the fourth corner. And Seth Cole will lead the first lap. Jessica Shelton running right behind Samper as they go into turn number 1. And she can plainly see right off the bat, the outside lane is not where you want to be at Darlington, obviously. As you can see right off the bat, as Levi McIntyre and Keith Batson now go at it. Samper goes to third, Shelton goes to fourth, and Batson now goes to fifth position on car number 88. Several cars doing a little wall scraping off the fourth corner. And Ryan Brommer going for the lead in that Valvoline Ford. That car looking pretty strong. It qualified third in this event here today so far. He's got two of the best of the business behind him in Charles Samper and Jessica Shelton. On board with Charles Samper in car number 24. He runs third at the moment. That first and second turns, they run flat out as you see at Darlington off second turn at 186 miles an hour. And you'll have to brake hard to turn number 3, 198 miles an hour. And down about 166 in the middle of 3 and 4. So there's where you see what I'm talking about, the uniqueness of this racetrack at Darlington. And now you ride with the roof cam from Jessica Shelton's car number 17. And now inside with Jess. She runs fourth at the moment. Samper up ahead in third. Brommer second. Seth Cole still leads as they go through turns 1 and 2. And Shelton dropping off Seth, much like we saw Charles Samper, I should say, off turn number 2 at 187 miles an hour down to turn number 3, 198 miles an hour. And Brommer goes for the lead on Seth Cole in car number 98. Ryan Brommer to the low side, Seth Cole to the high side of the racetrack as they go into turn number 1. And whoa, Brommer just about put Seth in the wall. Brommer goes to the lead, Samper in the second position, but that's lead's not going to last long for Ryan Brommer. Here comes Charles Samper to the low side. That's for the lead in turn number 3. Onto the front stretch, Samper gets the push from Jessica Shelton, and Charles Samper leads his first lap of the race as he puts the Jeff Gordon cars out in front, but nope, Shelton says, I want to lead my first lap of this race, and she looks to the low side now. Some great racing going on here at Darlington so far, and now Jessica Shelton goes to the lead. Car 17, remember, she's running a abbreviated schedule this season, yet she's won 2 races so far this season. She won those 2 races at the 2 races she won was at North Wilkesboro in the first Union 400, and she also won the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis, so she finally crossed that track off of her bucket list. Jess does have 2 Southern 500 wins in a row, as a matter of fact, herself, and one of them came in the Bill Elliott colors in season 18, I think it was, where she won in the Elliott 1985 car. And Seth Cole gives Jess a bit of a tap in the turn number 1. And where did Dylan Young come from? Dylan Young up to 3rd position now in car number 2. As they go down the backstretch, and here comes Batson for the lead, car 88, as he takes the Dale Jarrett cars up to the front. Looking for his 3rd victory of the season. As we mentioned, he won at Talladega, and he also won at Riverside. And that Talladega finish, what a barn burner that was. And another side tap in the turn number 1 here, and it's almost reminds me of either Ricky Craven or Kurt Busch, and the Battle of the Jeffs, Burton and Gordon, in the 97 at the 97 Southern 500. So Batson leads. Dylan Young's now 2nd. 3rd is now Ryan Brommer. Seth Cole is going to get dropped back. Jessica Shelton up to 4th. Johnny Gardner 5th. Emmanuel Hartnett now goes to 6th position. 7th is Seth Cole. 8th, Benjamin Miles. Zachary Fitzwater matching his car number in 9th. And 10th right now is Rob Evans. Charles Sanders 11th. 12th is Brian George. Matthew Logan 13th. Tristan Allen matching his car number in 14th. Kev Shear 15th. 16th is now Jackson Haywood. 17th, Cat Batson. 18th is Zach Rogers. Levi McIntyre's dropped to 19th right now. 20th is Mike Becker. Make that 20th. So it's going to be Carson Gunn maybe here in a minute. And it's definitely Carson Gunn now as Becker slammed the wall, come off turn number 2. Nathan Orman right behind, as well as Mitchell Collins, Sky Cummins, Zach Winkle, Jay Jefferson, Jeremy Diaz, and the 30 car of Shane Lake. There is Shane Lake in that nice yellow and black Pennzoil colors. He had the gum out cars for about half the season, and is signed on with Pennzoil for the rest of the season, all the way up to the finale at Homestead. You see him getting by Mike Becker in car number 43, and now on board with Kyle Matthews. He runs right now 29th in the race so far. But look at how fast McCarty's got there. He's close up heavily on the 43 car of Mike Becker. Off turn number 4 he comes here onto the front stretch. See how fast Kyle can go into turn number 1, 190 miles an hour into turn number 1. And now speed dropping a little bit up to about 185 miles an hour off turn number 2. This is a draft off the 43 car a little bit, 196 miles an hour into turn number 3. Matthews comes in this race number 2 in the points, coming into this event here at Darlington. Actually, he came in this race the points leader, Osborne's one who came in number 2 after a disastrous outing at Bristol, while Matthews had an excellent run at that Bristol in that race. He actually came from a spin earlier in the race to run top. He actually came from almost being a lap down to finish in the top 10 in that event. So that tells you how things can change a lot at Bristol. Where's Osborne, you ask? Well, he right now is running in the 37th position at the moment. It's that 78 car, not having a good run at the moment. Still got a long way to go as we completed 17 laps in this event. Meantime, Dylan Young's taking the lead over in car number 2, as you see on the ticker on the top of your screen. Meantime, Cole Deaver and Dylan Young trying to hook up a little bit in the turn number 1. Young in 22, Deaver in the 3 car. Deaver started this race in the 8th position, and it's dropped back down to 32nd. Make that 31st, excuse me, in the order. Running right behind Jesse Turner in car 01, the man who won at Watkins Glen. Dylan Pote's now dropping back just a little bit as he gets passed by Michael Whitman and the 4 car of William Brock. Meantime, battle for the lead. Johnny Gardner now goes to the front, car 12. The man who won the first race at Pocono this season. In fact, that Pocono race that Johnny Gardner won, this man finished second behind him, Dylan Young, in the 2 car, making it an all-Penske sweep at Pocono that very day. Seth Cole rides third. Fourth is now battle for fourth. Emmanuel Hartnett and Benjamin Miles going at it. The 20 and 21 cars, Toyota versus Ford. And now Fitzwater goes to 6th position. Ryan George 7th. 8th is Batson. 9th is Evans. And 10th is now Tristan Allen. Several cars we saw running up front earlier are now dropping back. Meantime, Levi McIntyre moving his way back up to the front as he gets by Matthew Logan. He's got Charles Samper and Jessica Shelton both behind him, both of whom have led a lap so far today. Both the 24 and 17, I mean to say. The 99 has not yet led a lap. Ryan Brummer still running solidly in the 11th position at the moment in the 6th car. Battle for the lead developing here. Here comes Seth Cole in car number 12 to the low, number 98, excuse me, to the low side. Gardner in the 12 side by side. Seth Cole back to the lead now in car number 98. And he gives Johnny a bit of a tap in the turn number 1. And car number 98, the K-Love Ford, goes to the top spot. Field scattering just a little bit as they go through off the 4th turn now. 25 laps in the 25 laps in the books, and 31 left to go here on this track. As we mentioned, quite a bit of racing left to go. We're almost halfway through. Halfway will be 28 laps in this race. Tristan Allen goes low on Zachary Fitzwater. That's for 9th place. Allen has yet to finish top 10 so far in this race. Today could be the day he might do so. We'll see what happens here. Brommer now follows through. He goes to 10th. McIntyre to 11th. And now Fitzwater to the low side on the high side. Jessica Shelton on the low side. She's gotten past Charles Sanford for position. That was I believe 13th. That should be 12th she's gotten past. So Shelton on the 12th. 13th is now Sanford. 14th is now Mitchell Collins in the 11 car. Sky Cummins running in 15th position. Collins up ahead of him in 14th. And meantime, the 17 and 24 going at it here as they come off turn number. Riding with Jessica Shelton, and she saw her hit the wall a little bit off the second turn, but she falls back in behind Samper and tries to follow his draft now as they come off the fourth corner. So Samper up to 12, Shelton back to 13th now as they go into turn number 1. Now they close up on the front 11 cars now. Actually, it's 11th, 10th, 9th, and 8th on your screen up ahead. And Shelton still got caught up in the high side. Now Mitchell Collins goes by in car number 11. Riding with Charles Sanford in car number 24. He runs in 12th. Trying to get by Levi McIntyre in 11th as they go through turns 1 and 2. And Sanford apparently not happy with Tristan Allen over there. He was telling Tristan to get out of the way. Off to number 2, Ryan George gets the wall badly, come off the second corner. And meantime, Sanford goes to the position so he should be up in the top 10 now. Collins has gone through it by, so has Ryan George. Shelton has gone by Allen. So has the 40 car of Sky Commons. Battle for position right there. Benjamin Miles in 21. Keith Batson in 88. And change for the lead. Johnny Gardner goes back out in front in car number 12. And we are now past halfway home. 33 in the books and 23 to go here at Darlington Raceway. Here in the Mountain Dew Southern 500. And what a race it's been so far here today at Darlington. Rob Evans running 6th position right now, having a good day so far. Emmanuel Hartnett also having a good day. He's running 7th at the moment. Levi McIntyre in 8th. 9th is Ryan Brommer, and Charles Sanford runs in 10th position. Checking on our points leaders here. Where are they running? Well, there was one of them that went by. Kyle Matthews up to 18th position now after starting this race in 32nd. So Matthews with a strong run, he may be able to pick up a couple of more spots. He might get the 6th, as he's now getting past the 26 car for 17th position. That's Zach Winkle up ahead. And the 5 car of Jay Jefferson, so that's 17th right now. He's just picked up, and maybe 16th here with the 5 car. In the turn number 3, they go. So Matthews runs 18th. Joshua Osborne runs Matthews runs 17th, I should say. Osborne runs 28th at the moment. And make that 16th now that Matthews has picked off. So he's got the battle with Shane Lake. Osborne, actually we mentioned Osborne is now down to 29th, as he's gotten passed by Quentin Moore for position. So Matthews should be able to extend his points lead coming out of Darlington over to 78 car at least, but some of the other guys, well, not as much of a good run for them today so far. We're looking at the back of the pack of cars right there. There's Jesse Turner in 01, 4 car, William Brock, Jackson Haywood, Keb Shear back in 31st. One of Keb's first wins came right here at Darlington, I think, believe it or not. Cole Deaver now moves low on the 25 car of Phil Parker as they go through turns 1 and 2. Deaver up to 24th now in the field. Matthew Logan 23rd, 22nd Carson Gum, 21st Mike Becker. Zach Rogers runs 20th at the moment in car number 33, so he's having an okay day so far. Second place here, Seth Cole going by Dylan Young. Gardner, by the way, the defending champion of the Southern 500 at Darlington so far, and I think he's looking for his second row. He'll join Jessica Shelton in that club of those who's won the Southern 500 2 seasons in a row. Coming by this time will be 15 laps to go here at Darlington Raceway as they go through turns 3 and 4. Dodge in first, Ford in second, Dodge in third, Ford in fourth, and Chevrolet in fifth. With Rob Evans, Hartnett is in 6th position, 7th is McIntyre, 8th is Samper, 9th is Mitchell Collins, and 20 and 10th right now, I should say, is Benjamin Miles. And Gardner gets off the wall a little bit, and here comes Seth Cole for the lead, and he's got it in the turn number 3. And Dylan Young's going to follow through. Penske cars side by side off the 4th corner here. The 2 and the 12 cars going at it, and Gardner has that position by about a half a car length on Dylan Young. Floors the throttle in that Dodge and that Alltel Dodge and drives away for the moment, but Dylan Young's not giving up in that number 2 car as he regroups and tries again. And Keith Batson's in striking distance as well at 88 cars as he's the caboose of this train. Young to the low side shoves Gardner up the track in the turn number 2. Gardner gets loose and almost got the wall. Didn't quite hit it though, but Young gets him loose enough to take second position away from him, and now Batson looks for third position in an 88 machine. So you got 2 Dodges versus 2 Fords going at it here. 2 Intrepids, one Taurus, and 1 Fusion. Batson backs off a bit. Now keeps 4th position for the moment. Meantime, Levi McIntyre trying to come up through the field now in car number 99. Off in the turn number 1 to come here. They'll be down to 10 to go next time by. Seth Cole, car number 98, the Caleb Ford Fusion, out in front, trying to hold off the 2 Penske Dodges of Dylan Young and Johnny Gardner. Ten laps to go. That was the completion of lap number 46. Meantime, Charles Samper trying to get by Rob Evans in the 8 car. Off turn number 4 they come, riding with Charles Samper in 7th position. Up ahead is Rob Evans in 6th. Hartnett's in 8th position. Mitchell Collins now at 9th, and Jessica Shelton at the 10th. And now the 8 and 24 cars, they're both ganging up in that front 5 cars, excuse me. This is not over yet, not by a long shot. They go into turn number 1. Gardner gets by Young for 2nd place now, and here comes Batson, and you're watching all this from Samper's point of view. And Dylan Young gets off the wall slightly off the 4th corner, or 2nd turn, excuse me. So move Batson up the 3rd, McIntyre up the 4th, Young down the 5th. Battle for 9th position. Jessica Shelton and Tristan Allen now going at it. That's for 9th place. The 17 and the 14 cars. Mitchell Collins up ahead in 8th. $50 in the books, 6 to go. Gardner closing up on Seth Cole off turn number 2. The 12 car's right there. Don't pencil in your winner yet, though. This is, like I said, not over yet by any means here. Seth Cole gets loose coming off off turn number 2, but maintains control. In the third turn, Gardner tries to find a hole. He's on the high side. 4 to go. Seth Cole looking for his second victory of the season. Johnny Gardner looking for his second. Keith Batson looking for his third. And Levi McIntyre also looking for his third. Three laps to go. Batson to the low side looking for second place on Gardner as they come off the second turn. Trying to floor the throttle on that Ford to the off the Ford turn it comes. Seth Cole pulls away a little bit now. Down to 2 laps to go. They go off into turn number 1 again here. Gardner tries to close up a little bit. They know the white flags this time by. 4-car battle to decide it all here today at Darlington. Seth Cole out in front. Johnny Gardner, Keith Batson, Levi McIntyre in 4th position. Young in 5th place. White flag, 1 lap to go at Darlington. Can Seth Cole hold them all off one more lap? Well, we'll find out here. Gardner close up a little bit now, down to 900ths of a second the last time by. If he can get a run into turn number 3, he might make it side by side a little bit in the third turn now. And I don't think he's got anything off. I don't think he's got anything off turn number 4. They come, and he is going to do it for the second time this season. Seth Cole wins the Mountain Dew Southern 500 at Darlington. First time ever Seth Cole has conquered the track to detain the number 98 Caleb Ford Fusion. Wins the race here today, but don't say it wasn't without a battle from Johnny Gardner, though. He gave it everything he could and then some, but just didn't have enough ponies under the hood to pull it off here. Here, average speed 176.61. Seth Cole wins here today, his second victory of the season. He won at Auto Club this season earlier. Third goes to Keith Batson, Levi McIntyre 4th. 5th to Dylan Young, Charles Sanford 6th. 7th will go to Rob Evans. 8th, Mitchell Collins. And give a shout out to Tristan Allen. How about a 9th place run for him? And 10th will go to Jessica Shelton. So what a finish we had here today at Darlington Raceway. Average speed 176.61 as we mentioned. And the margin of victory 99 thousandths of a second. Some great racing here today on this racetrack here. 25 races are in the books. And 9 left to go. The 9 races left are Richmond, which is next on the tour. Then Dover, Martinsville, North Wilkesboro, Rockingham, Phoenix. Let's see. No, next the Richmond's next on the tour. Then after Richmond will be Phoenix. No, dadgummit. After Dover, after Richmond, the next race on the tour will be Dover, Martinsville, North Wilkesboro, Charlotte, Rockingham, Phoenix, and Homestead. So actually 8 races are left to go. So we are left to go. So 20. So actually now 26 races are in the books here at Darlington Raceway. So sorry, I got a little confused here. Rest of the finishing order for you here. The Coors Light cars finish right together. The Sky Cummins comes home in 11th. 12th to Kyle Matthews after starting 32nd. So a great day for him. Benjamin Miles 13th, 14th Ryan Brummer, Emmanuel Hardin, who was up in the top 10 much of this race, dropped to 15th. Shane Lake 16th, Ryan George 17th, 18th will go to Zach Winkle. Jay Jefferson 19th, Zach Rogers comes home in 20th position. 21st will go to Cole Deaver. Joshua Osborne 22nd after starting this race in 38th in the field. Phil Parker 23rd, well short of the Darlington sweep though for him, but still okay run for him. Paul Minnick, Zachary Fitzwater, who started top 10, well, he ends up finishing 25th in this race here. Quentin Moore, William Brock, Jesse Turner, Matthew Logan, and Carson Gum, the top 30. Then Matt Haas, Mike Becker, Jackson Haywood, Keb Shear, not that they wanted points-wise, 34th. Cat Batson, Dylan Poteet, Michael Whitman, Jeremy Diaz, Daniel Bouchard, Nathan Ormond, and James Henry, the finishing runner in this event here today. So that will do it today at Darlington, South Carolina. Congratulations again to Seth Cole, the winner of the Mountain Dew 500 here at Darlington. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on the channel. We got inner races, gaming videos, and our online racing videos. And we also got the Seth's Pedigree Xfinity Series. We also got his Duracell Cup Series. And we also got Michael Norman's Budweiser All Pro Series, and also on Thrash Mania 899's channel. That's Levi McIntyre's channel, by the way. We got the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. So if you want to keep up on that series, be sure to subscribe to Thrash Mania 899 and he'll get you going for that. And he also has got his new series. He's also got his new series up on that channel as well too. So that will do it here today at Darlington. For now, this is James Qualls with the production of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best. Points will be distributed at the end of the video, and we will see you at Richmond.